What's up guys, it's Peter here. Welcome to my 7th investment portfolio update video for November 2022. This video forms part of a series which I started back in May with the aim to give you guys a look behind the curtain to see how exactly I manage my investments as a 27-year-old South African. Now remember, none of this is financial advice, but rather financial education, and I hope that we will all learn something together every single month as we navigate the maze that is personal finances. Alright, so laat ons dan begin. Now the craziness in the market seems to start to calm down a bit, with the S&P 500 up by 9.5% and the JSE All Share Index up by 12.5% over the past month. While interest rates continue to rise all over the world to try and fight runaway inflation, it is getting to a point where it might soon reach a peak and then pivot back down again. Now I'm not sure when this peak will be, but from what I could find out, it will likely be somewhere between Q1 and Q2 of 2023. Now, does any of this matter for long-term investors? No. If you spend the time to assess your risk tolerance and investment time horizon and you crafted a strong investment strategy, then you don't have to be bothered by news headlines predicting another horrid interest rate hike. Just continue to dollar or rand cost average your money into the markets, as if it drops, you get to buy great companies at a massive discount. I've been sharing my portfolio with the public for over 7 months now, and most of the time it was in the red. And I did it purposely so, just to show you guys the importance of sticking to your strategy and not to make erratic emotional decisions when it comes to your investments. I continue to follow pretty much the same investment strategy that I did since the beginning of the year, and I will continue to do so through all of the highs and the lows. Alright, so on that note, let's see wat het Pieter hierdie maand aangevang. I invested a total of 9,500 Rand, which was split up as 1,000 Rand into local individual stocks, 2,000 Rand into offshore individual stocks, 2,500 Rand into my passively managed tax-free savings account, 500 Rand into my passively managed retirement annuity, 500 Rand into my properties portfolio, 500 Rand into my actively managed tax-free savings account, 500 Rand into my actively managed retirement annuity, and 2,000 Rand into crypto. So let's start off with my local shares portfolio, of which the balance is 13,580 Rand with a profit of 6.4% or 761 Rand. I currently own 17 local shares, including African Rainbow Capital, Aspen, British American Tobacco, Capitec, Richmond, Discovery, MTN, Naspers, Northern Platinum, Prosus, Purple Group, Sasol, Shoprite, Sibanye Stillwater, Standard Bank, Spar, and Transaction Capital. Thus far, my best performing local share is Naspers with a profit of 47.2%, and my worst performing local share is Purple Group with a loss of 24.7%. Now, as mentioned in my previous videos, I try to buy more of the shares in my portfolio that are currently trading at the highest discount. And I do this by visiting the Simply Wall Street website. As you can see, this month Aspen is trading at 46.1% below their estimate of its fair value, British American Tobacco at 65.5%, Northern Platinum at 65.6%, and Sibanye Stillwater at 37.4%. And as such, I invested 250 Rand into each one of these stocks. Next up is my offshore individual shares portfolio, of which the balance is currently $3,544 with a loss of 6.6% or $242. I invested 2,000 Rand, which was converted to $114.48. I currently own 9 US individual stocks, including Alphabet, Amazon, Apple, Berkshire Hathaway, Meta, Microsoft, Nvidia, Tesla, and Visa, as well as 2 US ETFs, including the Vanguard S&P 500 and the Vanguard FTSE Emerging Markets. This far, my best performing stock is Berkshire Hathaway with a profit of 15.6%, and my worst performing stock is still Meta with a loss of 17.3%. Now I follow the exact same strategy in my offshore portfolio, in which I buy more shares of the companies that are currently trading at the highest discounts. So this month it was Amazon at 62.1%, Alphabet at 46.2%, and Meta at 43.4%. I therefore invested $40 into both Amazon and Meta and $34 into Alphabet. Then moving on to my passively managed tax-free savings account, my current balance is 45,847 Rand with a profit of 4.6% or 1,897 Rand. I only own 4 ETFs in my tax-free savings account, which includes the Core Shares Total World, the Satrix Top 40, the Satrix Property, and the Signia iTrix Global Property ETFs. My desired allocation in my tax-free savings account is a split between 40% local shares, for which I use the Satrix Top 40 ETF, 40% offshore shares, for which I use the Core Shares Total World ETF, 10% local property, for which I use the Satrix Property ETF, and then 10% offshore property, for which I use the Signia Global Property ETF. And if you are curious as to how I came about to this allocation, then go and bore out this video. Alrighty, so as things currently stand, my tax-free savings account portfolio is split up as 38.1% local shares, 36.4% offshore shares, 14.9% local property, and 10.6% offshore property. I therefore invested 1,500 Rand into the Core Shares Total World and 1,000 Rand into my Satrix Top 40 ETF, which brought my portfolio split to 38.2% local shares, 37.7% offshore shares, 14.1% local property, and 10% offshore property. Now I am slowly getting there and will just continue to buy the ETFs that are underweighted every single month going forward. Next up is my Easy Properties portfolio, of which my current balance is 2,863 Rand with a profit of 5.4% or 147 Rand. I currently own 6 properties, including the Reed, Capital on Bath, Blackbrick Santon 2, the Fynbos, the Duke, and 1 on Anne. I invested 750 Rand into the 6 on 9 property, which has an estimated internal rate of return of 9.7%. Then moving on to my passively managed retirement annuity, which is invested in the Signia Skeleton Balanced 70 Fund. My current balance is 30,925 Rand with a profit of 0.8%. Now I have a debit order which invests 500 Rand every single month into this RA, and then when I have some extra money available, I will just make lump sum contributions. Now I am also in the process of setting up an RA with 10x investments as well in order to diversify my retirement annuity allocations, and I will share the fund that I chose in next month's portfolio update video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Then with my offshore ETF portfolio, which is invested with interactive brokers, my current balance is $2,475 with a loss of 13.2% or $188. I only own one ETF in this portfolio, VWRA, which is an Irish domiciled ETF which tracks the whole world's economy. This portfolio is kind of my hedge against a falling rand, to which I occasionally contribute when I, for example, get a lack of fat tax refund, or when I have some extra discretionary money left over after I paid my bills, set up my 6-month emergency fund, and I contributed to all of my other investments mentioned in this video. Now, if you want to learn more about the Interactive Brokers platform, then you can go and watch this video where I made a full tutorial on how exactly you can set up your account and start trading international stocks. And then lastly, let's talk about my crypto portfolio. The crypto market kind of seems like the wild west at the moment. With the collapse of the FTX exchange, with likely many others to follow, the crypto industry took a massive hit this month. But as with any new technology, it will have its ups and downs as it moves through the adoption cycle. I personally still stand behind my conviction that crypto, and more specifically blockchain technology, will eventually form an integrated part of our everyday life in the future, and therefore I will continue to invest into it every single month. But based on a poll that I recently ran on this YouTube channel, the majority of you guys do not really understand how crypto works and how to properly invest in it. So moving into the new year, I will be making more videos on crypto related topics to help educate you guys on this new technology so that you can make your own informed decision as to if this is an asset that you want to add to your portfolio, and if so, how to do this correctly and safely. Cryptocurrencies itself is not a scam, but the industry who sells it is infested with frauds and scammers. It is therefore extremely important to know that if you own cryptocurrencies, to move them off of the exchange and into a software or hardware wallet. As by doing this, you get to keep your crypto safe and will therefore not be at the mercy of a certain CEO going corrupt, causing the exchange to go under, and therefore freezing your withdrawals without any warning. And this is exactly what I've done this month. I had around 1,120 Rand worth of Bitcoin and 1,000 Rand worth of Ethereum in my Luno savings wallet, but with the talks of the potential collapse of Genesis, which is Luno's lending partner, I moved my crypto out of my savings wallet and transferred them all together to my Exodus software wallet. And sure enough, at the end of November, Luno shut down its crypto savings wallet at less than 12 hours notice. Guys, do not take chances with crypto exchanges. Please move your crypto to a wallet. And if you don't know how, then go and watch this video. Exodus is a great option for beginners and is also the one that I am currently using. It is really simple to set up and it will probably only take you about 5 to 10 minutes. So rather be safe than sorry. Likewise, with RevX, which I stored 4,500 Rand worth of my Bitcoin, I also transferred all of it to my Bitcoin Exodus wallet. I still keep my funds invested in the RevX Top 10 Crypto Bundle, as this is more like a unit trust where I don't physically own the coins. I also deposited and invested another 500 Rand into the Top 10 bundle from RevX. And then with easycrypto.co.za, I own around 6,591 of the EC10 bundle, which is currently at a loss of 6.3% or 410 Rand. EasyCrypto.co.za recently launched an exciting second crypto bundle called the EC820 bundle, which consists of the top 20 altcoins, which are all equally weighted. This bundle provides excellent diversification opportunities, and I therefore invested 500 Rand into this EC20 bundle as well. And then I use easycrypto.com to buy my individual crypto coins. Easycrypto.com is different to the rest in the sense that it is a crypto shop, not a crypto exchange. So when you buy crypto from them, they transfer your crypto directly to your crypto wallet. So your crypto never actually stays on their platform and thus do not have the same risks as FTX or Celsius that collapsed in the past. I use their auto buy function to set up an auto buy template where I buy 500 Rand worth of Bitcoin and 500 Rand worth of Ethereum every single month by means of a debit order from my bank. And as I said, all of this gets transferred to my Exodus wallet immediately after purchase, which kind of sets my crypto investment strategy on autopilot. And by the way, if you want to try out their platform, then use my link in the description to get a free 50 Rand crypto voucher on your first purchase. So this brings me to my total passive investment portfolio for November 2022 to 220,257 Rand or $12,623. This is split up between 69.1% broad market ETFs and unit trusts, 19.6% individual shares, 1.3% property, and 10% crypto. Now I am pretty happy with my current allocation as it is very close to my desired allocation of 70% broad market funds, 20% individual stocks and property, and 10% crypto. But this allocation is based on my own risk tolerance and long investment time horizon, so it might not work for everyone. But as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, my purpose for this update series is to show you one example of how one could craft and diversify an investment portfolio and how to continue adding to different positions every single month, regardless of the noise in the markets. Thanks for watching, guys. If you found this video helpful, then please shop on that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Also, let me know down in the comments if you have any questions. You must all have a lekker day. Cheers.